It's been called the hijab controversy, although to be honest, it's more of a Hindutva controversy, a manufactured controversy. So let me start not with the obvious part, which is that some people are preventing girls wearing hijabs from entering their places of education. That part is wrong, obviously, and that part should not be encouraged by anyone and will not be encouraged by anyone except vile bigots with whom we do not need to concern ourselves. But after that, you reach a territory where confusion is being created about what this is. And that confusion has to do with people who agree that preventing girls from entering an institute of education because they're wearing a hijab is wrong. Even people who think it is wrong will say, yeah, but isn't the hijab a sign of oppression? Or isn't the fact that these girls are choosing to wear their hijabs in, uh, instead of choosing to get an education a point of problem, a problematic point? That's not the point. That is not the point. Anyone who was not born yesterday literally knows what they do, knows what the Hindutva side does to muck up the waters with issues like this. First of all, no one should be given a choice like that. No one should be forced into a choice like that. No one should be told that, listen, you can either choose to be in your religion or you can choose to get an education. Atheists are often told that they are imposing their atheism on religious people. They don't. Religious people, when they are fighting each other, try to make it appear as if they are against religious bigotry. So, Hindus in this case, Hindutva, proponents of Hindutva in this case, are trying their best to make it appear as if they have these girls' best interests at heart. They don't. If you have looked at the video clips of the matter, you have seen that there is one girl who's entering a college, and there is a horde of Hindu boys. I don't know what kind of Hindu boys they were, but they were wearing saffron shawls or scarves. They are coming towards her as if they're about to attack her, and they're chanting Jai Shri Ram. So clearly, these people do not have a problem with religion. They have a problem with people from one religion. And if someone who is open minded about this, someone who's being progressive about this, someone who's thinking कि हाँ नहीं हिजाब के बेसिस पे लड़कियों को कॉलेज या स्कूल के अंदर जाने से मना नहीं करना चाहिए, पर हिजाब प्रॉब्लम नहीं है क्या? उसके बारे में तुम बाद में डिबेट कर सकते हो. Sure, there are multiple viewpoints about this. Religions are famously patriarchal. All religions are patriarchal. You can have a conversation about them when the conversation is between religious patriarchy and progressive values or secularism. But when you allow this debate to be hijacked by people from one religion, in this case, Hindus, then it becomes, you allow your secular sentiment to be hijacked by people who are anything but secular. When you allow this debate to become about whether hijab is good or bad, you are basically providing ammunition to Hindutva party. The issue is not about hijab. The issue is about what happens in India frequently, and a cause is taken. In this case, it is oppression of women who are forced to wear hijabs. At a previous point in time, it was triple talaq, how oppressive it is and how much Muslim women are suffering because of it. These were not social reform initiatives. These were initiatives designed to use a secular cause to oppress a marginalized community. Please have brains enough to understand this, and please don't make it about an issue that they want you to think of it, because the right wing is very good at hijacking supposedly liberal causes. We had the CAA. By the way, the CAA, anti-CAA protests in Uttar Pradesh. The Uttar Pradesh government had decided to fine people who protested against it. Supreme Court has today told the Uttar Pradesh government that you either withdraw those fines or we will. So when CAA was first proposed, it was proposed as such a nice thing where we need a refugee law. This is going to give people who are being oppressed in their countries solace, etc. But when you look at the law, it was something entirely different. It was a way to prevent, it was a way to prevent Muslim refugees from countries other than India from getting access, and it was a way to prioritize access to Hindus and people who are multiple non-Muslim religions. So something can be proposed as one thing, but if you have to look at the execution of it, it becomes something entirely different. And in this case, this hijab thing is not about the hijab at all. It is a way to create animosity between Hindus and Muslims. The saddest part of this entire circus has been that Hindu classmates are now protesting against their Muslim classmates. I don't know what ghutti they have been pillowed, but this is exactly the kind of cultural damage that is going to be so difficult to manage, so difficult to get rid of, even after this government goes. It will, but even after it goes, this cultural damage is going to be a lasting wound in uh, our social fabric. It's going to be difficult to heal. This encouragement of hatred, this rewarding of bigotry, this is going to be so difficult to deal with. It sickens me even now talking about it. But yeah, the matter is not about the hijab. The matter, if you want to talk about the hijab being oppressive, there are many points of view about this. There are feminists who do say that the hijab is oppressive. There are people who say that people should be allowed to wear whatever they want. There are people who question choice feminism, like, people choose a certain thing despite it being an oppressive religious practice because they have been brought up in that system. We ourselves have in this live stream talked about this previously. We have talked about uh, how people are brainwashed at an early age to think of their religion as a defining characteristic of their humanity, and it often is not. It is something that is holding them back. All those are great conversations, but this, what is happening right now with this hijab so called controversy, is not one of those conversations. This is pure, vile Hindutva bigotry. Do not allow it to be seen as anything else.